Hello, and welcome to the weekly episode of Coast to Coast with your fave. My name is Auntie Collins. This is JPJ. Where are our names? Where are our names?
I don't know where our names are. There they are.
What the heck?
Lovely.
Hi, hello. How are you?
Hi. I'm good. Yeah. I'm looking forward to today's show. We have a lot to talk about. But no, I'm good. I was just telling you, had a delicious coffee and breakfast this morning, ready to go, ready to enjoy. Woke up today and it was snowing again. Great. So that was fun. But other than that, we're good.
The fact that you said again implies we live in very different places.
Yeah. We had a storm 3 weekends ago that was over 2 feet of snow. We got like 23 inches.
What?
Yeah. And then like 3 days later, we got another 3 or 4. So nothing major. Then it didn't snow for a while. Then last Monday, I had an adult snow day because it was another 2-foot storm. We got 22 inches. So a little under 2 feet, but we got another 2-foot storm, but the wind was 40 to 50 mile per hour wind. So
what the heck?
So everything was closed, and I work in retail, so we never close.
Right.
But we were closed. So last Monday, I had a 3-day. I ended up with not really a 3-day weekend because I work Saturdays, but I ended up with a Monday off randomly because of more snow. And then the worst part was Friday and Saturday, it was warmish, 40s. So that's not warm for everywhere, but for this time of year, 40s is warm here.
Mm-hmm.
So it was in the mid 40s. Yesterday it was like almost 50 yesterday. So a lot of the snow melted. And then I woke up today and we're getting ready to go to breakfast. And I walk outside and it's like snow everywhere. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So
that's insane. If this is your first time watching the show or anything, this is Coast to Coast. We literally are coast to coast in the United States. I reside in Seattle. JPJ lives in Boston. You would think that we would have similar weather. Au contraire. Yesterday for me was 50 degrees and sunny. We have not had a snow day at all this year. We've had plenty of rain, feet of rain.
Of course. You are Seattle. That's what you're known for.
Known for our coffee and rain. And
coffee, seafood, well, like the market where they throw the fish.
Yeah, Pike's Place.
Pike Place, that's where the first ever Starbucks is, right in there, right?
Well, it's actually technically the second ever Starbucks, but we don't talk about it.
Yeah. But, yeah, the Pike's Place market, where you can catch the fish, you can do that. And then, honestly, I feel like I'm a sports fan, so obviously I know Seattle for the Mariners and Griffey and like other things of that nature. But grunge music is another one. That is true. That is a good thing. But like I feel like for people outside of Seattle, one of the first couple things you hear is it rains a lot. Rains a lot over there.
Yeah, did you know it rains a lot?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I heard.
Remember, if there is a topic that we are talking about and you want to get it read on air for sure, send in that super chat, send a hopper chat, get your questions answered. Honestly, this is like the weird time, right? In between winter and spring, and we call it false spring here in the Pacific Northwest, where it is 50 degrees and sunny. The birds be chirping, the flowers are starting to bud up, but it's fall spring.
Yeah.
Because always what happens in the middle of March is like winter going, no.
One last curtain call, baby.
One last time. And it just ruins our absolute lives.
Yeah. Oh, I fully expect, today is March 1st, so we are officially there, but I fully expect one more major snow thing.
Okay.
They're gonna tease us because today we got like, you know what I mean, like next weekend, and it's early, but next weekend's supposed to be like in the 50s, maybe even 60, and that's gonna get everybody feeling a certain way. People are gonna be like, "Ooh, spring's coming, here we go," and then like 4 days later, we're gonna get 1.5 feet of snow.
That's always what happens.
And then everybody in New England's gonna be like,
damn. I was wearing cargo shorts and a tank top yesterday.
Yeah.
And right now I have the fan on over here. I didn't put the air on, but I put the fan on. I wanted to show you my mug today. It is a Starbucks mug.
Oh, Seattle, yes.
Look very Starbucksy. This is Gasworks Park, which if you've ever been to Gasworks or can function Google, it's kind of a really cool park. Unfortunately, has been vandalized multiple times. But if you have seen the movie 10 Things I Hate About You,
yes,
when Heath Ledger and Julia Stiles characters are doing the little like paintballs or whatever, where they're hitting each other on the face and they're going through like those pipes and stuff, that's Gasworks Park.
Oh, that's cool.
Gasworks Park. But you can kind of see it from the Ship Canal Bridge, which is what I take every day to work. But you just look down and you can see it. It comes out kind of like a little lanai area. So nice. It's really cool. Google it. It's really there's lots of, I mean, right now I just Googled it and it says the future of Seattle's Gasworks Park is up in the air.
That's not good.
After someone there's signs everywhere that says don't climb this. And what happened?
Well, yeah, people don't listen.
Someone climbed it, and because it's owned by the city of Seattle, they sued the city of Seattle.
Yeah, sounds about right. That sounds about right.
And they're like, oh, the growing safety concerns. There's literally gates are all around it. Like there's signs everywhere that says don't climb it. And it was like a teenager who climbed it and fell. It wasn't like a child. So like they could read.
Yeah, but they're idiots. Kidding me?
Oh my goodness.
That doesn't, yeah. Listen, where I work, I deal with a lot of students that they are a lot of my clientele that come into the cafe and stuff like that. They're good kids. They're very smart kids, but I have no faith in them in society when real life things occur. I'd be like, you would have no idea how to handle it. You would have no idea how to handle it.
I don't know if it's lucky to live in Seattle. I've lived in much better cities, especially when it comes to transportation and housing.
That's fair.
Oh my gosh. But we just said this last week goodbye to the Winter Olympics. The United States did fantastic. 12 gold medals. It sounds like 60% of those medals were won by women, which I think is fantastic. We didn't win the Olympics. Norway took home the most medals of 41.
It's good. It's pretty good. Well, I mean, they have very cold and snowy weather a lot of the year in Norway. Yeah, but does Norway do well in the Summer Olympics? I feel like they don't.
I don't know. I don't think so. Probably not.
I feel like I don't usually see them near the top of the leaderboard. So the Winter Olympics are kind of their thing. I feel like they're always near, top 3, top 4 every Winter Olympics. Italy did really well.
Italy, 30 medals. That's a lot.
Yeah. So, and they were the home country, so that represented their home country well, like the host country represented themselves well with 30 medals. U.S., listen, this is not from a place of bragging, but usually the U.S. is near the top in every kind of Olympics, every kind of world, besides the World Cup, sadly, because our soccer team is dreadful. The shits. Besides the World Cup, in a lot of occasions, the U.S. we don't always win, but we're usually near that probably helps as well.
Our friend of Ophelia saying Norway provides free access to equipment and facilities for kids to learn a lot of these winter sports.
Yeah.
It would be nice. I actually grew up when I say grew up, I mean from age 10 until age 18 when I moved to New York City. I lived in a small Norwegian town.
Wait, what? In Norway?
No.
Oh, they were just a bunch of Norwegian people.
Yeah.
Norwegian people.
So the town is called Poulsbo. It's spelled Poulsbo.
All right. The first 4 letters of my last name are P-O-U, but it's not pronounced Paul. It's Pool.
Yeah, right? A lot of people say Poulsbo, but it's called Poulsbo.
Yeah.
Great. If you ever come to Washington State and you want to take a cute little ferry and go to the downtown area is very Norwegian. Like we have a
ski a lot.
Town. What?
I'm kidding. Winter Olympics. They
ski a lot.
Yeah.
There is a town over here called Leavenworth, which is like more of like a Bavarian, like German town. And that's like in the mountains. But there's like Norwegian bakery, like multiple cafes. One of my mutual friends opened up a brewery.
Nice.
In that downtown area. They have a very iconic waterfront. It's very beautiful. Liberty Bay is off of there. But they also have what's called Viking Fest every year.
Man, sounds like a great time.
Literally, people come from all over and go to Viking Fest so that they can basically LARP, pretend that they're Vikings. They have a street fair. They have like little carnival rides. We lived off Front Street. So literally like right next to the rec center and like within walking distance of the downtown. And I remember growing up that my dad, whenever people would like park on our lawn or like park in our driveway because they don't know
rules.
They don't know the rules. He knew a guy at the towing company.
Oh yeah. 100%.
And he would tow them, and then they would come knocking on our door saying, "Where's their car?" And my dad would be like, "This is private property. Literally, there's signs." Again, people not reading signs.
Yeah. Well, this one was probably more of a maybe they didn't. Yeah, like you said, they didn't know.
You know about Leavenworth. Leavenworth is beautiful. They do like a full candy cane lane type situation.
Okay.
To where you drive up to the mountains during the winter time, during December, and they just have like a very like Christmas experience. They have like a little parade thing. They also have a Krampus. Do you know about Krampus?
Yeah, I know about Krampus.
Zach is here to let us know that it's National Peanut Butter Lovers Day. Are you a peanut butter person?
I am a peanut butter person. Spoon it.
Okay, you spoon it. Are you a chunky or a creamy peanut butter person?
I consider myself a all peanut butter lover, but if I was choosing, I would choose chunky first, but not if you give me creamy, it's not like one or the other for me. I will take any form of peanut butter, any form of almond butter. You give me any type of butter.
Okay.
And I will take care of it.
So this is interesting. Do you like your orange juice with pulp?
Prefer not pulp, but won't not drink it if it's like I'm very much like doesn't matter.
Aren't peanuts just the pulp of peanut butter?
Yeah, I mean, but I understand why people don't. I understand if you like peanut butter and you're like anti-chunky peanut butter, then you don't like peanut. You don't like. I don't understand that.
I don't like chunky peanut butter. I think it's disgusting.
But why though?
Because I don't want peanuts in my teeth.
But like but you like regular peanut butter.
I love creamy peanut butter.
Okay.
Give me a smooth peanut butter, like slathered on a nut bread. Like
Excuse me?
A nut bread.
Why wouldn't you just have the nuts in the peanut butter then? And just
Because it's different. It's different.
I understand that.
I always get those like little things in my like I have a a space in between some teeth back here.
Yeah.
And I always get like that little fucking kernel part, the little thing that's in between
some people, and I feel you just said some things are just texture, like it's a texture thing for you.
Yeah, I'm not into it.
My thing, this has not, like, you ever see Zombieland?
I love Zombieland.
Great movie. Woody Harrelson, when he's asked about coconut, he goes, "I don't like coconuts," and he goes, "Not the taste, the texture." Or like he's talking about snowballs or something. He's talking about something, and he says, snowballs. "It's not the taste, it's the texture." That's how. Yeah, that's what it is. You like, I prefer chunky.
I like the taste of peanut butter. I don't like the texture of it.
You don't like the texture of the peanuts in the peanut butter.
Correct.
Yeah. But at its core, it's the same thing. It's peanut butter. There's just peanuts in it.
Yeah, but sometimes I feel like there's too many chunks
and
not enough butter. You know what I mean?
That's fair. But I still stand to this day that one of the like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich at its core, that's an all-time Mount Rushmore sandwich.
Are you an Uncrustable kind of person?
Oh my God, yeah. I got 2 boxes in my fucking freezer.
Do you eat them frozen?
Not completely frozen, but like I have eaten plenty, not waiting long enough to what are you supposed to keep them out for 20 minutes or so, like 15, 20 minutes, and then they become basically a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. My stuff, the peanut butter is usually somewhat still firm.
And sense. What flavor? Are you a grape person?
I have 1 box of each. But okay, if you're asking me to make my perfect peanut butter sandwich, I am probably doing a chunky peanut butter sandwich with strawberry jam. That's probably what I'm doing.
And do you know the difference between jam and jelly?
Yeah, jam usually has preserves in it. Seeds. Yeah. You're talking to a New England guy. I know what are we talking about here?
Seeds, the preserves, all of that. Okay. So I think anyone who, this is controversial yet brave, I think anyone who uses grape jelly is psychotic.
Well, that's strong, I think. Grape jelly's fine.
I think grape flavored anything.
No, don't say that.
Besides for popsicles is psychotic.
No, grape soda, underrated. Underrated. Not one of the best. I don't drink soda really.
I would prefer like a cream soda over a grape soda.
I love cream soda. I love root beer as well. But like, I think again, grape soda is not a common soda, but I think it's an underrated soda.
I would never choose it. I'd choose orange.
Orange would be when I was a kid, like I didn't grow up drinking a ton of soda. I could have. I just didn't like soda. But Sunkist was my shit.
Enormous over here. I love grape jelly, and I prefer the term.
I'm cool with the term sicko. That's fine. I was gonna say, oh yeah, what about the wine? Yeah. So you do like grapes?
I love fermented grapes.
Okay. Have you ever had frozen grapes? Like, have you ever bought grapes from the supermarket and threw them in the freezer?
That's insane.
No, it's not. That will change your fucking life.
Why would you do that?
Will change. Yeah, because it will change your life.
It's going to change what? Green grapes, red grapes?
I prefer green grapes. Grapes if I'm eating grapes. I prefer green, but again, I didn't get this shape by being picky. I don't care. Some things I do. You're giving me a green grape. I don't give a shit.
We're gonna fight here because cherry is a superior flavor.
I love cherry.
Whoa.
Next time you go to the soup, they do have cotton candy flavor. Cotton candy grapes. They sell them at the supermarket. I wouldn't get them because I'm not 4, but it is what it is. No offense.
I'm confused. How is it cotton candy flavored grapes?
Because they're put in something probably I don't know.
Chemicals? Great.
That I have no idea. Don't quote me on that. Blowing
my mind right now.
Don't. I don't know if they do that. I don't want to put that on record. I have no idea. But they do sell cotton, and I'm sure they taste great. I've tried, but like, no, If I want grapes, I want grapes.
Expensive. Whoa. What are we talking here? You want me to try like $20 grapes? Just like that $20 fucking strawberry?
No, it's all right though, because the guy in charge said he's going to lower all those prices a year ago. So, but it's all right. What? Sorry. Did I, just wait till we get to the wrestling. I'm going to be even more bitter than I am now.
Listen,
no,
I'm going to tell you something. I feel like there's nothing more divisive than being an absolute kind of person where it says, I don't like this flavored thing, but I'm telling you, I don't think, going back to our original topic about peanut butter, I don't think that grape was designed for peanut butter. I think
but grape was the original one, though. Grape was the original.
Sometimes the original sucks.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I don't think it sucks, but I think sometimes people get creative and grape jelly came around, and then somebody somewhere was like, well, if we can do that with grapes, why don't we do that with strawberries? And then everyone tried it and was like, holy fuck, why wasn't it this from the beginning? You know what I mean? But at one point, grape jelly is still around because it's still good. Like it's a staple of, No?
So I just looked it up online. Okay, this was inconclusive.
Are you trying to find out which came up? It has to be.
Yeah, I want to know what came out first. Anyways, y'all know how I feel about a strawberry.
Yeah.
I got 2 strawberry tattoos over here. So I love strawberries. Strawberries are peak cherries.
There used to be a record store chain in Massachusetts called Strawberries. I think FYE ended up buying them out, and they all became boring FYE stores. But it was called Strawberries Music, and there was like a cheeky like music and something like, but it was like a cheeky word. But it was awesome.
Listen, Meet Normus, we get to the wrestling eventually. We'll get to the wrestling eventually. Yeah.
Last week we didn't talk wrestling until like 50 minutes in, and we weren't talking about. Okay, I don't even remember.
Now
we're talking about top tier fruits, bro.
Now we're talking. Okay.
You like that stone fruit?
Give me that peach preserve, though. Peach, honey, and then a little bit of peanut butter.
All right. I usually do peanut butter, banana, and honey with maybe some granola. Like you serve it, like you toast the bread a smidge. You do peanut butter. And this I would do creamy. You do creamy peanut butter. You slice some bananas, and then you drizzle it with honey and sprinkle a little like granola, and you eat it like a toast. Not like a sandwich. Okay. You could make that so there's a coffee shop. Hear me out now, because now I'm going to want one of these. So I'm going to have to get one in like a couple of days. But there's a coffee shop in the downtown when I used to live downtown in the town that I live in. And there's a coffee shop called Wicked Big Cafe.
That is so Boston.
Yes. Yes. Wicked Big Cafe, but like very creative lattes, very creative food. They have a breakfast sandwich called a bee pan. It's called a bee pan, and it's cinnamon raisin bread toasted with peanut butter, bananas, granola, and honey. And it is
that sounds
unbelievable.
Divine.
It is unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Interesting.
So good.
Okay. Controversial. What is your opinion about a fluffernutter? Now, those who don't know, white bread, peanut butter, marshmallow fluff.
Do you know where the fluffernutter was invented?
Tell me.
Massachusetts, or maybe New England. It might have been Rhode Island, but I'm pretty sure it's Massachusetts.
I don't know. It was invented by a fucking stoner. That is for sure.
Well, we are better for it. I can't tell you the last time I had one. I was probably a child or close to a teenager or something. But a fluffernutter sandwich is incredible.
I love a fluffernutter. I have eaten them as an adult.
Yeah.
Especially while gardening.
Yeah. Why not? Why not? Mm-hmm. And that is true. Peanut butter and banana was Elvis's favorite sandwich, but I believe that it was a cheeseburger with peanut butter and banana on there.
What?
Yeah, so we have a chain of this called Boston Burger Company, and it's a chain, and they have a burger on their menu called the Elvis, and it's a cheeseburger with peanut butter and banana on it, because that was Elvis's favorite sandwich.
Controversial yet brave, there is nothing health-wise that I would take from Elvis that I would implement into my life right now.
I mean, he did have those swinging hips, so the man could move. Yeah,
but the poor guy died on.
Well, you know, I've been close.
Okay.
You know? Yeah.
Well, that's our show, guys. Oh my God.
But
all this food talk. How was your week in sports going for you?
It's going good. Jason Tatum seems like he's going to be coming back to the Celtics here imminently. So that is fun. The Red Sox are spring training, so we're good. Red Sox season, baseball season, my favorite season, is coming round the corner. The World Baseball Classic starts within the next couple weeks, I think on the 9th. So y'all
in the chat are so good. Yeah. So good.
Yeah. So baseball's starting soon. Looking forward to that. Yeah. I was gonna say, you never had a difficult one where you thought you could die?
I'm gonna tell you something.
Not to get there, but you know.
Yeah. We in my family have the itis.
Loose.
I had my first I think it was 22 with the scope.
Oh. Mm-hmm. I'm 40, so I went to my doctor for my physical, and he was like, "You're 40 now." I'm like, "Yeah," and he's like, "You got to come back." He's like, "You got to come back. We got to do it." I'm like, "Just pick the time. I'm fine. Whatever." I'm not one of those like I don't have to mentally prepare for it. It's like, all right, yeah, this is gonna probably feel weird, but whatever, we'll be fine.
It's the process.
I'd rather
to
not
get
die.
I'd
rather not die. So you know, do what you got to do.
Proud of you.
Thanks. I'm very, you know.
But yes, let's go Red Sox.
Let's go Red Sox. Let's go. No one's gonna get that.
They look good this year.
They should be good. I think they're going to be good. I still hate my ownership group. I hope they sell the team sooner than later, you cheap fucks. But other than that, they're going to be good. I think they're going to be good. We have a better team than we did last year. And last year we made the playoffs. So I feel like we should at least be competing again to make it to the playoffs. I just think the lineup isn't enough because they didn't spend money on a power hitter. They should have got a power hitter.
That's fair. I think the Mariners.
You'll be good again.
Really good.
Yeah, you'll be good again.
So let's hope that they actually get to the World Series.
It would be the first time ever. So
let it happen, baby. Let it happen.
You know, you get that big dumper though. He's gonna hit 50 bombs probably again, easy. And then
I need it.
You know,
I need it. I need it to feel something again after the.
What do you mean? You just won a friggin' Super Bowl. And they say people from Boston are greedy. I get shit on all the time.
No.
You're over here. You won a Super Bowl 3 weeks ago. You're like, oh, I need to feel something.
I need to feel something again. About? Yeah, it's that crash out, baby. I'm crashing out. I need something. Stimuli, you know?
It's fair. What do you mean? The Elimination Chamber didn't do that for you?
Oh my God. I think this would be the earliest that we start talking about wrestling, but
I'm ready because there are very few positives that I'm going to talk about here. Holy moly, what a waste of time.
Can I tell you what happened? Since you talked sports, can I tell you what happened on Summer House? Which, by the way, I'm not even going to start talking about Summer House yet. Oh my God. If you're watching Traders and you watched the finale.
Yeah, that Rob guy won, yeah.
Oh my God. We're going to do a round table over at our friends over at our local establishment. So if you want to watch me plus Jose plus Astrid Pizarro plus a whole bunch of other people, I think that Bobby is going to come hang out. Like, and if you don't know who any of these people are and you know who I am, well, guess what? Come watch us geek out and talk about traders, because let's go, Rob. That last scene where she's like, I'm a faithful. And what are you? And at the end, he goes, I'm a traitor. And just like the frozenness on her face. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. Classic. Yeah. Classic. But so I have to tell you, Summer House. So for those who watch Bravo, Summer House, it's on the Peacock app. So last week we talked about how Amanda and Kyle, they're already divorced, but while this was filming, they were possibly talking about splitting, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna save this so that you know who I'm talking about, because I need you to see how beautiful this woman is and how cheesy these men look. Okay. Because
it's about what's on the inside, though.
That's so funny you say that.
It's what's on the inside. Don't judge a book by its cover. It's what's on the inside that matters. She could be beautiful, but she could be a miserable human. I don't know if she is.
Wow.
She could be. And one of those cheesy fellas could be a sweetheart.
Wow.
Is that not true? Is that not capable of happening?
It is capable of, it is possible, right? It is possible that could be something, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Can some of these files not be, some of these WEMP file or whatever the fuck it is. I hate it. Anyways. Okay. I'm going to show you how hot these people are. I need your honest opinion. Okay. The middle girl, her name is Sierra.
Okay.
The guy on the right.
Goof. Well, first of all, what kind of fucking pose for a picture is that?
Yeah, I know. His name is
At least
West.
The other guy's smiling.
Yeah, that's Jesse. Okay. So 2 seasons ago, West and Jesse, both those guys, came on the show. Sierra's been on for many seasons. She's hot. She's a nurse. She was a nurse during the pandemic. Like, she's a model. Like, she is 10s across the board, right?
Okay.
She's been in like multiple car commercials. She's been in lots of beauty commercials. Like, she is everything. She's Sierra Miller. She's gorgeous, beautiful, wonderful. These 2 guys are fucking clowns. And 2 seasons ago, West blew his fucking chance with her. He is a writer, by the way. And he wrote an op-ed article about how much he does not like Sierra. Because he loves partying and going out and doing all the, 20-year-old things. And he's like, if I wanted to settle down, I'd settle down, but I'm not into her like that.
Okay.
Imagine putting your heart out there for the funny guy. And he does that.
Well, I mean, but if that's how he feels, if he doesn't want to be in a relationship because he wants to party and live his life before he settles down.
Sure.
Why is he not allowed to do that?
Told her in person.
Well, yeah.
You didn't have to
but
write
again,
a New York
I feel
Times article.
like, yes, but I feel like, okay, now I'm going to sound like an old person, but I feel, you said this guy's in his what, 20s? They're young?
Yeah, they're young. Late 20s now.
Late 20s. Well, all right. Well, when you're late 20s, you're an adult. You need to start acting like, but like, if you're super young like that, those people avoid confrontation and conversations on the regular in almost any circumstance. Cause I don't think they are. Yeah. That's as far as I'll go with
now
it.
31. Okay.
Yeah. So he's too old. Yeah. So he's too old to be doing that shit. But again, not making that choice. I think making that choice is fair. That's a fair choice. If you don't want to settle down, that is fine. That is a fine decision for you to make. But you don't write a fucking letter or send it in a text message or an email. You have a conversation with somebody. It's going to suck, but you can't avoid the suck. So
Absolutely.
you have, that's when, Yeah.
So the other guy, Jesse, he's the same age, right? So,
Okay.
but the difference is, so West and Jesse, those two guys are now like best friends. Okay. But
Okay.
West blew his chance with Sierra, but they still flirt like on the show or whatever. But
Yeah.
like there's obvious chemistry there, but like he doesn't want that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in this latest episode, I build all of this up for you. Jesse asked West, "Hey, can I make out with Sierra? I think I like her." And Jesse has made it very clear on the show he wants to find a girlfriend, to become a wife, to become a mother. Like he wants that.
Yeah.
She wants that.
Yeah. So why does he need this other guy's permission?
Because they're best friends.
Who gives a shit? Well, here's the thing. No, wait. Let me retract that.
Okay.
The other guy already turned her down.
Right.
Yeah, so I don't have to ask for your permission. It's not like you previously dated her. It's not like you said no. She wanted you. You said no. Yes, you're my best friend. I'll probably have that but I don't need your permission. I would tell you, hey, just so you know, I'm going to make out with her tonight. Just so you know. And if he got snippy with me, I'd be like, well, then maybe you should have done something about it. Idiot.
Thank you. So that was the entire like build up to the end of the episode, was like Jesse going, "Hey, I want to date her. I want to like make out with her, see where this goes." Like, because they have like a very sort of chemistry. They are already cuddling, right? After a night of drinking, they'll like sit on the couch and cuddle and whatever. So like, it is nice that he's like considering his best friend in the house, but it's kind of fucked up that West is going, "No, you can't," because I called dibs 2 years ago.
But he didn't call dibs because he decided not to. So you didn't call dibs. If you called dibs, you would have,
But there were people online going, "Yeah, Jesse, that's really shitty of you as a friend to like go after the girl that like he's clearly not over. Who the fuck cares if he's over him? He lost his chance." But isn't it up to Sierra?
Well, yeah. Well, it feels like she should just not be messing with ain't shit losers. But that's what it seems like to me in the general sense. But I do think it was considerate of him to mention it to the friend.
Sure.
But if you decided not to be with her, you can't then gatekeep her from everybody. First of all, it's not your decision to gatekeep her anyway. That's her decision.
Right.
Whatever she's going to do. Mm-hmm. But like you can't say, "Oh, hey, group of friends, this girl over here, I like her. I think blah, blah, blah." But then she's like, "Oh, cool. I like you too. I want to be with you." And you're like, "No, I'm good." And then you look at your friends and go, "Oh, but by the way, guys, off limits."
Yeah, off limits. Can't like her. Sorry. She needs to be single forever or find someone outside of the friend group.
Like that's, again, if you would have told me he was 21 years old, I'd be like, yeah, he's a fuckboy. Okay. That's fuckboy behavior.
But like, this is also
when
my
they're
opinion.
30, 35, 40, like, come on, bro.
It's my opinion that a lot of men who come on these reality shows.
Oh, yeah. They're not real human beings.
Have distorted reality of what, like, because they just see like new, and they're younger and younger and younger, and they're always looking for something new. And then they're going, "Oh my God, why can't I find anyone that wants to settle down?" Because the women you're trying to date don't want to settle down. I don't know. Pick someone older.
And I also think that these men, the ones specifically that go on these shows, they grew up ridiculously attractive or with money or with situations where they were never told no.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And then when a woman goes, you know what? I don't want to be around this.
Yeah.
It's oh my God, how can they not?
If the roles were reversed and he wanted to be with her and she said, "Nah, I don't want to settle down." What was her reaction to that? Like, I'm sure she was heartbroken, but like, what did she, was she angry? Did she do anything shitty to him? Like, what was her reaction to when he said that to her, that he didn't want it?
Oh, okay.
Was it just like, was she cool about it? And like, that stinks,
2 seasons ago, 2 seasons ago, right? It was in between the filming of the show and the reunion when this article came out.
Yeah.
And at the reunion, she was like, because they kind of left the summer that year being like, they were kind of like fizzling out, but like it was clearly just like a little summer fling, right? Yeah. And she had been heartbroken the year prior. So she was like, I'm not fully allowing myself, but there's also something that like he's not giving me exactly what he want. Like, you know what I mean? So having like a little fling doesn't really hurt in that regard when you both like know this might not lead to anything, but it could. And you're saying all the right things or whatever. So they come to the reunion and like Andy Cohen, who's always the host of these reunions, is like, so like, do we want to talk about the article? And she was like, you embarrassed me. You have been ghosting me, or I'll see you out and you act so cordial and flirty and like you want to be my friend and you want to be around me. And then you go on, I think it was either like Huffington Post. No, I can't remember. I thought it was a New York Times article, but maybe not. It was some sort of publication that he was like a guest writer for. And he was like, you confessed your feelings about how much you don't want to date me, but never told me. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
I don't know why that would embarrass her, though.
I mean, I think it would be embarrassing if I was telling my friends, like, yeah, like this summer fling could turn into something more, but like his walls are up and my walls are up. Like, I don't know if I should like approach, whatever. Like that would be embarrassing to me of like talking with my friends and spending my time angry about this person or, they're not doing what I expect. Like that would be embarrassing for me that I invoked so much energy into something that you couldn't even tell me to my face. That's embarrassing.
Yeah, but to me, fair. But to me, that says more about them than it does you. I don't know.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
But that's how I would be like, well, I'm like, yeah, like I'm going to feel a certain way about it. I'm going to go through the emotions of it. But like that says more about them than it does me.
And honestly, there's a lot of people online who don't feel that way. They think that Jesse's being shady. And I don't think that he's being shady. I think he's genuinely going, hey, you've spent 2 years talking about how much you don't want to settle down and you don't want to date Sierra. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
I mean, it seems like a situation where Jesse could probably just choose somebody else too to avoid bullshit.
But if you have a connection,
it's fair. Do these people really have a connection though? Like they're on this show. Like I don't believe any of this is real. Like I know people have gotten married before and things like that. None of this is real.
All of it's fake.
Yeah, it's not like that, but you know what I mean. Like none of it is. It's the equivalent to like the girl you dated in 6th grade. Like it's not fucking real. We held hands at the playground. Haha. It doesn't matter. It's not real life.
If it's a showmance or not, like it's entertaining.
Yeah, of course. Oh, no, but you know what I mean though? Like these people go through so much drama and so much crap with each other. And at the end of the day, I'm like, these are not real people. These are not people that are going to be in your life these do not matter.
Right. Okay, Clown, I would add Sierra to my blunt rotation for sure.
There we go. She's a nurse though. She wouldn't. She has to take care of people. Can't be having no stoner brain taking care of
off the clock.
Yeah, but it takes away your brain cells. We need them on high alert.
But us, we don't need
high alert.
Are you ready to talk about some wrestling?
I am, and I'm ready to talk about that last comment because what the hell kind of what show did you watch? 8 out of 10. What? I respect your opinion. You're allowed. But what show were you watching?
That's a very wrong opinion.
What show were you? And I know you said on a WWE scale, but I mean, how much are we curving the grade here? 8 out of 10.
Is it heavily weighed on the amount of tickets that were sold?
Yeah, I don't know. I am not cut that 8 in half, and you're about where I am. Holy
All right,
moly, that
give
show
me
stunk.
so I'm sorry I didn't pop into your live stream.
It's okay. I had a great time with Ella J on the channel though, even though the show was not the best. But
4 matches, so many fucking commercials. I say this every single PLE. It felt like there was a match and then like almost 30 minutes in between. Maybe 20.
Yeah, basically. So, listen, I thought the 2 chamber matches were pretty solid. I thought they were pretty solid, both of them. I thought the 2 singles matches on the show, not good. I thought AJ and Becky was not good. They were clunky. And I get it. They haven't wrestled, they've been in multi-person matches when they have fought. This was their first one-on-one for AJ Lee's first singles match in 11 years in WWE. So, like, I understand, but that match was not good. And then I thought Balor and Punk, I was expecting, a similar level of what they did on the Raw a month ago in Ireland, which I thought was a great match. This was not. This was slow. Punk looked really slow in this match.
He looked almost hurt.
I don't know what was going on. Yes, this is the first time I've kind of really, really noticed it, but he looked very slow. Balor carried this match. Balor carried that match. I like the sign of respect afterwards. I thought all in all, the match was, again, I don't think there was I thought Becky and AJ was like the closest thing to a bad match on the show, but I don't think there was really a bad match on the show. It just, I don't know.
Here's my thought. Yeah. Like Chambers aside, AJ Lee and Becky, can I tell you how much I hate when a referee gets involved into a match?
This was part because the Jessica Carr thing and Becky has been going on for
it's been
a
going
long time.
On, but if this is supposed to be like AJ Lee's return, and by the way, AJ Lee is from New Jersey,
which they announced that way. I'm shocked that they didn't say by way of Chicago or
by
like
way
something.
of Chicago, right?
Yeah.
So like or something. People being like hometown girl wins, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, she is not fucking from Chicago. Yeah. She is from New Jersey. Come on. But yeah, Becky Lynch using Jessica Carr is like
multiple ref spots. Yeah, multiple ref
spots.
I thought, okay, I know we kind of skipped the women's chamber, but we'll get there. But I thought that the way to go here was Becky wins by cheating or disqualification, and then we get the rematch at WrestleMania, and AJ gets her winning moment at WrestleMania. Which would
be fantastic.
What is and I know what they're going to do. Becky's going to say the referee, she's already doing it on Twitter. She's going to say the referee cheated. She prevented me from throwing AJ into the corner, but then she didn't do anything when AJ threw me or into the corner. Like, it's going to be something like that. But AJ Lee has now made Becky tap or has beaten Becky 3 times in a row. She made her tap in the mixed tag match. She made her tap at War Games. And now she made her tap one-on-one last night. So why on earth would a rematch at WrestleMania, which I still feel like why does that make sense now? It makes sense if Becky gets the win cheating. And then AJ says, hey, wait a minute. And we get that. But and I'm under the assumption that this is still going to be the match at WrestleMania.
Right.
For the IC title. How does that make sense that we get back to that?
Right. Why would she get that automatic rematch or whatever? Based on it's stupid. But Delay Gratz over here saying you just define the WWE scale for me. Tons of ads, 4 matches, super duper safe, slow match for Punk and Balor, a few botches, and Danhausen got hate. And I put Danhausen first here because I tweeted something last night that I did not think. I thought that maybe I would get some traction. I don't tweet things knowing that a bunch of people could chime in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I tweet for attention, sure. Like I'm what have you, I guess. But it was if you hate comedy in your wrestling, I don't care for your opinion. Truly. Like, it's people who fight in their underwear. You can afford to laugh. Did I mention Danhausen one time?
No.
Was I inspired by what happened with Danhausen? Sure. Lines up perfectly with that 15 hours ago.
Yeah.
But can I just say, the amount of people that are like, sure, I love comedy, but Danhausen sucks. I'm like, did I say anything about Danhausen here?
No, but I mean.
But it's implied. I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. However, it's just, however, I think that we're missing the plot here. Because who did you think was going to be in the box? Right? Listen, we talked about our theories last week.
Yeah. There are layers to this that is everybody's fault. Everybody but Danhausen's fault.
Everybody's fault. Okay, continue.
Everybody's fault. Okay? Because the talking point last night was and are there people out there that look at Danhausen and they say that's stupid? I'm sure.
Sure.
Fine. You're entitled to that opinion. I can disagree with it because I don't agree with it, but you're entitled to that opinion. But last night, when you see that debut and you hear the crowd reaction and the boos and the stuff like that, that gives fuel to those people that they think they're justified and they're right in their opinion. Okay? The problem is, part of the reason, and again, this is a multi-layered thing. Part of the reason is what you just leaned into, is as wrestling fans, we have been expanding our imagination for this crap for 30, 20, and I mean, I don't mean crap as in negative, but you know what I mean, for this stuff, for 10, 20, 30, 40, however long you've been watching wrestling. So we are used to expanding our imagination and being creative. Oh, this could happen. This could happen. Oh, this could happen. So when and again, we talked about it last weekend, we were throwing names out there like Chris Jericho and other names.
Evil.
So evil. So people create that. And then when it's not who you are, who you thought it was going to be or who you want it to be, this sucks. And then secondly, on WWE's end, that was not the best way for you to go about debuting that character. I don't think you set him up for success at all, debuting him in that way. And this, again, I don't mean this a negative way because I consider myself a fan of WWE. But a lot of WWE fans and the ones that purchased tickets to go into that, they are not, I would not consider them like super duper real wrestling fans. They are WWE fans. They are not going to know who the hell Danhausen is, a lot of them. And I think that was the case.
It's the same thing about Royce Keys.
Yeah. Well, but that was also in Saudi. That was a complete, it's
a completely different, I get it.
But you know what I mean? Like, how many people do you think there was 19,000 plus people there? How many people in that arena, if you just had to throw a wild speculation guess out there, how many people in that arena do you think actually knew who Danhausen was?
Well, considering
10,000, half.
I mean, so 19,346 people were in attendance. Maybe half of that. But here's also my theory, is that a lot of these shows are pricing out actual wrestling fans for tickets.
Correct.
So the people who are actually going to these shows are WWE casuals who followed it 10 plus years ago.
100%. 100%. And those people are not going to know because Danhausen wasn't even on AEW television a ton.
Right.
Like, they signed him, they used him, he got injured, and then they didn't use him forever. Like, so he's not even fresh in AEW's people's minds for the last couple years. So if you even only watch AEW and you're not going to know who this guy is. And it's going to Raw and SmackDown for 3 weeks. For 3 weeks, you're doing this. I don't want it. You have it. This back and forth.
I don't want
shit. And your WrestleMania is your next pay-per-view. Your mind, as a wrestling fan, your mind is like, holy crap, what's this going to be? Blah, blah, blah. Now, my mind was tempered. I thought it was going to be like an ad for something. or
I thought
something
it was
like, I
going to
didn't
be
even
the
think
video game too.
yeah,
There
I
was a
didn't think it
lot of
could be a person.
speculation. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden you see what it is. Now, me personally, I am incredibly happy for Danhausen. I love that Danhausen. Danhausen is going to do more than fine in WWE. The kids are going to love him. He's going to sell a ton of merch. And he's going to be a funny guy. I thought he should have debuted in a backstage segment where he could cut a couple lines, he could be funny, and then the crowd gets a little taste and laughs and goes, all right, cool. I thought that would have been more of a better debut for that type of character, because they didn't sign him for, and he can wrestle, but they didn't sign him for his wrestling. That's not why they signed him. They signed him to be that comedic guy because R-Truth's not getting any younger, and they need the they want that kind of thing. But I don't think that that debut leaned into what Danhausen actually is.
But here's the thing. It's like, when, not to put WWE and AEW like this, but it's the difference of Tommaso Ciampa debuting in AEW. Everyone in that crowd knew who Tommaso Ciampa was.
Mm-hmm.
The lights, the presentation, my shadow knows my story. Like, you don't need to know anything about Tommaso Ciampa to go, oh, fuck, this guy looks like a big deal. Mm-hmm. And on his first fucking singles match, he wins the TNT title. Mm-hmm. Defends it multiple times in 2 weeks to lose it to Kyle Fletcher, which is nothing against him. Mm-hmm. But if you want to bring in, and I'm not saying that AEW is great at debuting people, because we've seen a lot of things shit the bed here. But I think, how do you present someone to be the kind of wrestler that you want them to be? Because Tommaso Ciampa, while he was in WWE, was a fucking joke. And the reason why he went to AEW went with the mind of, I want to have the matches that I'm not having while I'm still young, and I want to be taken legitimately, and I want a championship.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't think that that's lost here. Like, this is why I was like, why are people booing? Because Danhausen just wants to work somewhere where he can wrestle a little bit, but be funny a lot.
Yeah.
He's not going to be WWE champion. No. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, he's not going to be like WWE champion. He's not going to be going up against Roman Reigns. If anything, he's going to be a sidekick to CM Punk because he loves that Pepsi Phil, right? Yeah. Yeah. He's going to be a side quest character that's going to give you fucking entertainment. And what a better place to be sports entertained than with that Danhausen. I love Danhausen. And he's loved by so many people. Do you know who also is a comedic act that everybody fucking loves? R-Truth.
Yeah. Santino Marella.
A lot of these comedy characters are really well respected with their peers, with their fans, with management.
Because it's not easy to do. It's not easy to do. To be that comedic and be good at what you do, to have the careers that Santino did, R-Truth has had. And again, those guys, especially R-Truth, was like a legitimate wrestler in his early years, NWA champion. Like, he was a legit, and he still is, but like, to turn into those long careers, I think the inspiration is the same for me. Their comedic prowess, especially when they were in WWE, their comedic prowess was really, really good. I think Thea Hale could turn into somebody like that, but she can actually really go in the ring as well. But she can turn into somebody like that. It's not easy to do, to be that comedic and I think that's why those people get their peers. They get the respect they get, because it's not an easy thing to do. And this guy's going to do incredibly well. He's going to do incredibly well in WWE. Again, I don't even think it was really a true judgment of the character. I just think it was a combination of WWE doing it the way that they did, wrestling fans creating big expectations for like big, and don't get me wrong, to me, Danhausen is cool. And that was a cool debut and I enjoyed it. But I think wrestling fans, just as natural people of what we are, we create bigger expectations and people were creating really big expectations. And
which,
I
like,
think
cut that shit out. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Because how this goes, and it happens all the time, is we create expectations that are too high, then the company doesn't do what we thought was going to happen. So instead of us just going, oh, we probably should have lowered our expectations, people get angry at WWE, or they get angry at the person that it actually was. And all of a sudden now they suck, or all the hate, all the BS is going towards them. And it's like, wait a minute. Well, not really. Like, do I think WWE could have presented his debut a lot better? Absolutely. But that's not WWE's fault that people, but like that, it's not Danhausen's fault. It's not even really WWE's fault. You're the one that had the expectation that it was going to be Chris Jericho, or it was going to be somebody more grandiose than what you expected. You know what I mean? So
absolutely. So I wanted to see what the numbers are right now over on just the YouTube. The clip of Danhausen making his very nice, very evil debut, which I can't wait to hear Michael Cole say that 800 million times, is almost at 500,000 views.
Yeah.
His debut on AEW back in January 26, 2022, 1.4 million over at AEW 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Which I think is fantastic. He's on a bigger platform, and the boos aren't, I mean, if they are based on like, oh, boo, Danhausen, like, okay, let's lean into that. But honestly, can we just like let it breathe? Can we just like not let our expectations? You want fucking Jericho? We were literally told 2 weeks ago his contract is frozen.
Yeah.
And realistically, he wants to go play karaoke with his band. He wants to be able to do his Jericho cruise. And I don't think that WWE would allow that for him at this particular moment.
Yeah. Look, I'm very much of the people don't like fun.
And that's crazy because this is WWE. They're here to be fucking sports entertained.
Yeah.
You're here to be sports entertained, and you're booing someone who's going to bring sports entertainment?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just think that people take stuff. Yeah, it's pro wrestling, guys. It's not that serious. It's not that serious.
That's what I was saying. It's literally wrestling.
Serious.
We are here to have fun. If you can't have fun. And all I said was, I don't want to listen to your opinion. I'm not going to listen to your opinion. If all you're saying is, I don't like comedy wrestling, I don't think wrestling should be fun, I don't respect your opinion. You can have it. I didn't say that you can't have it. Yeah. I'm not even going to like mention like how many, this is also the caveat of like having an opinion and like talking on the internet is that I say things and immediately go, people, woman, so I don't care about your opinion. Great. Go away. I don't know what to say about that.
Yeah.
My opinions get 900 likes on Twitter.
It's pretty good.
What do your opinions get you?
I don't know. Yeah.
Lots of things. This Elimination Chamber, again, not my favorite, but I thought that the women's chamber was great. I thought it was great all around. Seeing that Tiffany Stratton really isolated the shoulder of Rhea Ripley, knowing the history with her and shoulders, that was pretty great stuff.
Yep. I thought Tiffany was going to win.
We talked about it last week, how like that seemed like the shoe-in, right?
But Yeah, no, I was gonna say we did. We were like, oh, Tiffany's gonna win, but then they did the thing on Friday where Io and Rhea lost the tag titles, and once that happened, I was like, oh. I was like,
Well,
that means Rhea's chances just got a lot bigger. I stuck with Tiffany as my pick, but once they lost the titles, I was like, ooh, that means Rhea's chances. She's got nothing to do anymore. And it makes sense. Look, she's the biggest star in the company. There's no debate. She gets the loudest pops. She's the biggest star.
In and out of wrestling.
Yeah, ridiculous. And she's great. And like once they lost the tag titles, I kind of knew in my brain, I was like, well, Rhea's going to be the one, but I just stuck with Tiff, but I loved how they were the final two.
I thought that was good. Lash Legend in that match was the MVP for me.
Of course. They've done really well with Oba, Frick, Javon, Lash. They have done really well with integrating all four of them to the main role. Like that is probably four of the smoothest call-ups to like Trick Williams is an immediate star. Immediate star.
I don't know how you could hate him at all.
And so is an Oba, and Lash Legend has been great. They're tag champs now. I'm very excited for that team. Javon Evans hopefully he's okay. That finishing move he took from Logan Paul looked very gnarly. But we'll talk about that whole thing in a minute. But I thought the women's chamber match was really good. I liked how they gave Kiana James that kind of quick elimination of Alexa Bliss to kind of do that. I loved how Rhea and Tiffany were the final two because I feel like everybody thought that's who it was between to win that match.
Raquel looked strong.
Raquel she was the best part. She was the best person in that match. She was the glue.
Absolutely, that's exactly
the best person in that match
that you want in that match.
100%. Raquel is so damn good. I wanted Raquel to win. She might be my favorite women's wrestler. Like that wrestles a lot. Bailey is still always and forever my goat.
Yeah,
but I love Raquel. Like she is like one of my favorites in the whole company. I wanted her to win that match, even though I knew she wasn't going to. I wanted her to win.
I kind of wanted her because what if she made a match with Liv and Stephanie at Triple Threat?
Yeah,
we've never seen that happen.
No,
why
that could have been fun. But
all right, let's talk about this men's chamber.
I was gonna say it's never gonna be the wrong decision to put Rhea Ripley over.
I think. Yeah, it's never going to be. She is money. She's printed money. So let's talk about this men's chamber. I think like looking back at it, I would love to watch like a rewatch of it because I will admit, when the show first started, right, they opened up with the women's, I was seated at my computer, not like I'm doing other stuff, but I was focused, right? I was very distracted for the men's because there was so much shenanigans before.
Well, the entrances took 17 minutes. 17. So the Punk Balor match ends. We get the handshake. We go to 5 minutes of commercial ads. Then we come back. We do the box, the Danhausen thing. We go to 5 more minutes of commercial ads. Then they have to explain the rules of the Elimination Chamber match again. Which they did an hour and 45 minutes. It's the same match. You don't have to give me a 5-minute explanation of how the match works again. I literally was watching.
Right.
And then we get the entrances, and it was 17 minutes of entrances before the bell rang. That is a joke.
It really is. And it sucks because I was in the middle of doing some laundry. I was changing out the bedding of our, our bed and all the things. Like I'm doing house things so that when I'm pulled out of this, I'm like, oh, Javon Evans. Oh, I felt like he was only in the chamber, but it says that he was in there for 16 minutes, which, okay, cool. But I think the thing that I hated the most about this was fucking Logan Paul.
All right.
And I think it's because I disdain Logan Paul so fucking much.
He's so good, though. It's fucking annoying. It's annoying to me. I am so annoyed because he is a trash person, and I don't like him, but he is so unobjectively good at it. It's annoying. He just gets it. He just gets it. And here's the thing. I hated Logan Paul wasn't even supposed to be in this match. I understand unfortunate circumstances. It was supposed to be Bronson Reed. I get it. But it seems to me that they just didn't change the way because I bet you Bronson Reed was supposed to look like a fucking monster and eliminate 3 dudes. And it was supposed to be like, oh shit, Bronson Reed has eliminated 3 guys. Okay, well, Bronson Reed unfortunately got injured, which sucks. That sucks.
Yeah.
Sucks. He unfortunately got injured.
It's this part,
bicep,
like all the way down here.
Yeah.
The thing that connects your elbow and your bicep. So like some bicep injuries are here that detaches the pectoral. That's the one that we saw with Cody Rhodes, right? So literally that happens all the time. But the fact that it happened down here.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's then obviously you have Jey Uso win that match because you gotta call an audible.
You call an audible. You get
it. Then you're like, but we're getting Jey out of this match before it even happens. So you kick his ass on SmackDown. He gets removed. Then you go, okay, new match added to SmackDown, Logan Paul versus Jacob Fatu, which Jacob Fatu should have already been in this chamber match.
He should have won. What the fuck are we doing?
So you give Jacob Fatu a second chance to get into that match.
Yeah.
And then you have Logan Paul beat him.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're so lazy creating the booking for this match that you go, oh, well, we had this spot for Bronson Reed where he was going to be a monster and mow down these 3 guys. And you go, oh, let's just have Logan do it. Like, you don't even think to rewrite anything. Right. You're just like, no, we'll just have wrestler X just step in and do the same. That is what I have a problem with, because Logan Paul did not need to eliminate those 3 guys at all. I don't have a problem with Logan Paul being in the match. I don't like him personally. He's, as a bad guy, listen, he gets the heat that he gets because he's a piece of shit, but he's also good. So like it is what it is. I try to look at it somewhat objectively, but at the same time, he does not need, and I get it. People are going to say, well, he's the bad guy that everybody hates. So him eliminate, because who did he eliminate in that match? He eliminated Javon Evans, a favorite of the crowd, LA Knight, a favorite of the crowd, and Trick Williams, a favorite of the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
So I can understand him saying that makes sense, having the guy that everybody hates eliminate your 3 favorites. But at the same time, it just felt like they were like, that was Bronson Reed's spot. This person took over. We're not changing a damn thing. With that being said, I really like the ending of this match.
The ending
was great.
I'm
from
so
Seth
glad.
on, from the Seth Rollins thing on, it was
okay.
Great.
We didn't even talk about, so the masked man on SmackDown was revealed as some nobody fuck. And I was like,
it's one of Rollins. Yeah. So I think it was one of Rollins's Black and Brave students.
Cute. I love that.
And then the first one, because there was 2 masked men last night. The first one, which Ella J pointed this out, which made me laugh. He automatically gets out there and he starts climbing the cage. You can't get in from the top of the eliminations. It's closed.
Where are you gonna go? It's like when
it's closed.
So have you ever had like an exotic pet before?
An exotic pet?
Yeah, so like a salamander, gecko, or whatever, a snake.
No.
So whenever you like, so I had a little salamander guy for, I don't know, a period of time. And every time I would clean out his cage and put him back in, he would always try to fucking escape. And I was like, dude, like you were just in like a small little container. I was cleaning out your bedding to clean out your junk, dude. Make sure you had clean water. And every time I would put him in there, he'd like try to test the strength of the lid.
Yeah.
But you're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
You're not going anywhere.
I don't know. Mark in the chat is saying that they should have given Trick those eliminations. I would have given Trick a couple.
I would have loved that.
The fact that he came out and that crowd, listen, man, that guy is undeniable to me immediately. Like just a top level star. And I thought, yeah, again, I think the men's rumble. The rumble. I was gonna say it's chamber,
men's
but I felt the same way about the rumble though. Like I feel like they didn't
Royal Rumble, guys.
I feel like they didn't do enough to really get the young to do. You know, like everyone's thinking, oh, Javon's gonna do some crazy spot in this match. He didn't. He did a frog splash from the top of the pod, but that's not anything like that, you know. So Javon doesn't do anything really spectacular in this match. I thought him and Cody starting it was cool. I would have started it with Cody and Randy, but I thought that was cool. Oh, LA Knight unfortunately has that big slip, and people, I'm not getting on him. People fuck up. It's fine. But like
sure,
that big slip, obviously that was going to be a big moment of the match. So that was unfortunate. Trick Williams was in there, but he really didn't do anything like memorable. And then they all get eliminated, bang, 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 by Logan fucking Paul. And then after that, we got to the good stuff. Like,
listen, LA Knight does have like things happen.
Yeah,
I'm never gonna put it past him. He's never done anything that I've gone, oh, that was stupid, that was unsafe. Like he's gonna be safe. Because he's a professional. I can't hear you. JPJ, the silent. So, okay, so here's my opinion about LA Knight. Okay, LA Knight is a professional wrestler. Yeah, he's a professional wrestler. He's 43 years old, people. He's 43 years old. He has been wrestling since 2003, since before some of y'all been born. Okay? He's been wrestling for a very long time. Oh, it's just me, guys. Hey. So LA Knight's been wrestling for a very long time. He's been doing this shit for a long time. If he's going up to, like, I saw a compilation video where he does his like go to the top rope type thing and he jumps up and he loses his balance or whatever. That man is top heavy. He's all titty. He's all glutes and butt too. But he's going to do it safe. And I don't know. I rarely see him botch, like where it's like, oh wow, he shouldn't have done that move. If anything, it's him slipping on the rope. Right?
Hi. I've been having yesterday and today, my microphone, like all of a sudden my computer will make like the doo-doo-doo, like a noise, like something's failing, and then I can't hear you, and my shit doesn't work. It happened.
Thank you. Auntie had martini glasses, older than 43. That's right. Oh, I just posted my video about the demise of my martini. Okay. It's been a year.
Oh, that's not.
I told you about the martini story, correct?
I don't know if you have.
Okay, well, it was right before I was doing a Ring of Honor post show with Kimmy. So over a year ago, I guess.
Yeah.
And I had one of those shit days at work that I had a little bit of vermouth left. I had all these new like stuffed olives. And I was like, I'm going to make a fucking dirty martini. Okay. Yeah. With my special glass.
Oh, no. I know.
Put it up on the counter. Like it was from the freezer too.
Oh, it's like one of those movies with dogs in it. You know what's happening. You know what's happening. You know what's happening.
So I go to I make it and I go to make my first sip.
Yeah.
And for some reason, glitch in the matrix, the glass is now falling to the floor.
What do you mean? You just lost a grip?
Yeah, I just, for some reason, like grabbing it from here to here, it was like the motion of it just like slipped out of it. Like, I think glitch in the matrix because I grabbing. And the one time that I grabbed like maybe it was like a jolt to my nervous system with like a frozen glass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I dropped this martini and I took a video of it and I was like, it's just like all the contents on the floor. Plus that glass, when it's frozen, the way it shatters is not like
it's completely different. Yeah,
it is totally different. And I was like having an emotional day and I was like, fine, fuck it. I'm just going to grab a beer.
Hell yeah.
And I was pissed. Because now you have to clean up like wet. And, you know, and of course the dogs were like, oh, let's come help.
Yeah, it's fair. I would have been like, don't. Yeah, I was gonna be like, don't sip it. Yeah. Oh,
thank you.
Yeah,
thank you.
It's fair.
Okay, but we were talking about how LA Knight, even though LA Knight is going to make a botch, jumping up to the top rope, maybe slipping, maybe not having a full steady, whatever. He's 43 years old and he's top heavy. Mm-hmm. And anytime he does a move and it's a botch, I think he performs it safely. I think that as a professional wrestler, you have to know how to adjust when you go, oh, I didn't step correctly there.
Yep. 100%.
How do you? So, and he didn't get hurt. Nobody got hurt.
No. Look, it happens. I get it. It was a big spot of the match, and it was really like that was like his spotlight, I felt like, of the match. So it's unfortunate. But it happens. People, you know, he's not the first person it's happened to. He won't be the last. It happens. It is what it is. But it's like, again, it's just another thing where I picked Cody to win this match. I thought it was the safe choice. I'm glad they gave us something different. I love the ending of it and the way it happened.
Loved Cody not winning.
My thing was, I would have loved if Cody eliminated Randy and then Randy hit an RKO on Cody and like LA Knight would have won or something like that. That would have
been nice. Yeah.
Like that would have been fun. But the way that they did it though, because then we get the masked man climbing up the cage that he won't be able to get into, and all the security and the agents come down to get rid of him. And then we see the mask get ripped off, and it's another one of Rollins' students. It's some guy we don't know, like you said, like some random guy. And then we see another masked man jump into the ring when Trick is getting removed after being eliminated.
Right.
And he gives the super kick. He gives the stomp to Logan Paul. Cody covers Logan Paul, and then we see the slow reveal, and it was actually Seth Rollins back, which I thought when Heyman is beside himself on the outside. So I thought that was cool, and then it led right into McIntyre and the whole ending sequence, which I thought was awesome, with McIntyre trying to take out Cody. He eats an RKO right into the crossroads, and then not even a sliver of hesitation. Cody hits the crossroads, gets up, and immediately takes an RKO from Randy. And of all things in 2026, Randy Orton wins the Elimination Chamber and is going to main event WrestleMania for the first time since 2014. Amen. Randy Orton. Crazy.
Listen, I'm all for Randy Orton. I'm here for Randy Orton supremacy here. So
well, but then afterwards on the post show, I don't know if you at least saw this on the interwebs, Nick Aldis and Drew McIntyre were literally in each other's face, screaming at each other.
Oh.
And they announced that this Friday on SmackDown, it's Drew versus Cody for the belt.
What?
And Cody's going to win that belt. Cody's winning. So it's going to be Cody. It's going to be Cody and Randy. It's going to be Cody and Randy at WrestleMania potentially for the title.
Oh, that's unfortunate for him.
It's unfortunate for Drew, but that's the best match. Like, I've been waiting for the Randy Cody match / feud since Cody's come back. So I think at the very least, it's like, all right. If we're getting that again, I still think there's potential it becomes a multi-man match and it's just Cody, Randy, Drew, and Jacob or something like that.
Okay.
It does feel like Alexa just said it in the chat. It does feel like they could potentially be building to a Drew and Nick Aldis match at Mania.
Crazy. That's crazy.
That feels like something that could happen. Because Drew and Aldis have been going at each other for a bit now. Like it's been a while since before Drew won the title. They've been going at each other. But yeah, I think again, like we're out of the Elimination Chamber. We're a day after it. We're in March. We are officially, there's no more stops on the road to WrestleMania. And I cannot feel less enthused than I am right now. Now, again, if you're telling me we're potentially getting Cody
and I feel less enthused. How about those ticket sales, guys?
Yeah. But again, you can win me over though. If I'm in on Roman and Punk. I'm in on that match. Unfortunately, and the only two matches I care about for Jade Cargill are Bianca Belair and Naomi, and neither of them are available. So Correct. No matter who kind of won that women's chamber match, I'm not really too excited about that. I just, there's not, yeah. Will Rhea, will they get to a decent to good match? Yeah, I assume they will. And I expect Rhea to win that, but like, I'm not really too jazzed. Like that doesn't make my blood move, that match.
So did we move any ticket sales for WrestleMania after Elimination Chamber?
Less than 12 hours. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, less than 24 hours later, I would probably say no. But in a couple of weeks, though, like I do think the closer we get, it will fill. But I don't think they're going to be. I think a lot of people have also got like they've gotten in on the, that if you wait to buy your tickets a day or two beforehand, you're going to pay a lot less. So there are probably a lot of people that might have already booked their flights in their hotel, but they're like, we're not buying tickets till we are there, brother. We are not buying tickets until we are there.
Interessante. Well, do we want to talk about AEW?
Yeah, I mean, they continue to just rule.
AEW, both Dynamite and Collision were in Denver, Colorado this week. It was a double taping, which, you know what I really appreciate is that even when they're a double taping, I don't see a lot of spoils online, which I don't mind.
I don't mind it at all either.
But I appreciated that the crowd, it was sold out again. I thought that Dynamite was better than Collision.
I agreed.
Because
I thought Dynamite was another great show.
Another great one. I have an issue sometimes when it's like it's heavy on the enhancement talent. Because it seemed like a heavy on the enhancement talent where it's like the Brawling Birds, I know that we're trying to get them established as a tag team. Enhancement talent. I wouldn't say that Zeta Steel is there yet. They mentioned that she's part of Skyflight, but it's like it's another one that's like Toni Storm won in less than 5 minutes. Chris Statlander and Thunder Rosa beating Sisters of Sin. Kind of obvious. But I did like Collision. I don't want to say that it wasn't a good show.
I thought there was a good chunk. I thought MJF kind of setting up a match with him and Kevin Knight on Dynamite for the title. That's nice. That match is going to be great.
I wore my Texas Death Match shirt just for this because I have a question. Okay.
Yeah.
Because now there's this stipulation for Revolution with MJF. If MJF is a champion, going into Revolution versus Hangman Adam Page, that it is a Texas Death Match. However, if Hangman loses, he can never go for the title again. Correct?
Correct.
I don't like when they do this shit.
Hate it.
Because we saw how well it happened with Cody, because it really put him in a sour spot of, well, I guess he can never go for the title again. And like, wouldn't you want your top male stars. You have like 5 of them. Wouldn't you want them to be going for the world championship? And eliminating Hangman from that possibility sucks.
Yeah.
Because then that's an opponent that's gone.
Yeah. And for me, that's the reason why I think, I don't think it's the best thing to do. But B, for me, at least in this case, and I actually thought the same thing when it came to Cody, is I thought there's no way in hell Cody was going to lose that match because of the stipulation.
Right.
And I feel the same here. Like, Hangman cannot lose this match. He can't. Because then,
I mean, it would be a short reign for MJF, which is like, that's fine, I guess.
He might be going to film something.
But it
I don't know.
Too short.
Yeah. It does seem too short, but I don't know what he's, I don't know if he's going to film something. He has another movie, blah, blah, blah. I'm not really sure. But I also feel like...
Isn't that like a funny thing that we go, oh, well, maybe he's going to film something.
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know. But my thing is, if you do this again, but you do this with Hangman Adam Page, I just think you shoot yourself in the foot. I just think you either are, then you don't have your main character, one of your more over, maybe the most over male babyface in the whole company, never can win the world title again, A, or B, you have to come up with some bullshit storyline or reason down the line of why that gets reversed.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard because we're never going to have a 406-day reign again, probably ever, for this title belt, right? Because MJF has held it for 406 days, his first time. So now we're looking at he has held it for 64 days, plus 14 would get him to over 80, right?
Yeah, maybe 88. Like almost 3 months. So it'd be like almost 3 months.
Yeah. So no. Do I know how to 78? Plus 14, right? 2 weeks.
Yeah. What does he have now? 64? Yeah.
Yeah. So it'd be almost at 80 days, which let me tell you, Samoa Joe this last time only held it for 35 days. Bryan Danielson, when he held the title, only held it for 48 days. Jon Moxley, after the title was technically vacated by CM Punk, only held it for 59 days back in 2022. CM Punk, the longest he held it was for 87 days. Like, it's not necessary that the title holder has to hold it for a long time to have impact. I think that MJF has made his impact, but maybe I'm just tired of MJF. Am I just tired? Am I just exhausted? Am I just ready to try something new? They teased a Kenny Omega. We teased a Swerve Strickland. I need to know in the chat who else are we seeing in this 5 of Wonder, right? So we have MJF, we have Kenny Omega, Swerve, Hangman. Who else is swirling up into your main title picture? Are we going to see Konosuke Takeshita here? Are we going to see an Okada up here in the world title here?
Oh, that's a good question to come right back into.
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't hate it. But he's still holding,
because there's 4 people swirling around that main title.
Yeah. I think, what, am I here? Can you hear me? I don't know what's going on with my computer. The last 2 days has been a nightmare. All right, good. Jeez Louise. I'm probably going to have to go. I'm blaming my cat. But anyway.
Yeah. I want to know who else will be swirling around that title picture.
Well, I think we're heading towards Hangman and Swerve, no? They just turned Swerve heel. Hangman's going to win the title at Revolution. Maybe we get back to Hangman and Swerve with heel Swerve as the... Do you think that's a possibility?
Andrade, Brody King.
Well, listen, this week on Dynamite and last night on Collision, it's going to be Brody King and Swerve at Revolution and Andrade and Bandito. So those matches are going to be unbelievable.
I don't think that Okada wants to be a comedy wrestler.
No, that's not true.
I take that as an offense.
Yeah, that's not true. I just think Okada's like, all right, he's making a ton of money. He doesn't have to wrestle every week. He doesn't have to have the grind that he did in Japan for all those years. Like, yeah. But when Okada turns it on, he's still Okada.
He's my boy. He's my Okada.
But for him, right? I think finally at Revolution, Takeshita is going to beat Moxley. And he will get that title, the Continental Championship. And then we're going to get a battle with Takeshita and Okada again for the unified title, right? That happens at Double or Nothing probably, or something like that's where they go there.
Eventually, I mean, we have now solidified for AEW Revolution is Moxley versus Takeshita.
Mm-hmm.
There's no time limit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because last week they hit that time limit. Or was that 2 weeks ago?
No, it was last week on Collision. Yes.
Which it was incredible. Blessings up to the above. Thank you. That match fed us for
unbelievable.
Because perfect. And then the match ending after match, post match, like everything has been leading up to this. I mean, but last night we got a vision of the Protostar, Kyle Fletcher, and Okada teaming together.
Proto-Okada, baby.
Proto-Okada, bitch.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I think they work very well together. I'm always going to kiki for Protoshita, but Proto-Okada, I really liked it. It was a fantastic match.
Mm-hmm. What are you saying? You want them as a tag team?
Yeah, I want them as a tag team.
Okay.
Have them destroy some. I mean, they kind of like we saw Top Flight versus them and get their ass handed to them.
Yeah.
And I do think that Don Callis, even like on commentary, was like, what did he call them? Auxiliary.
Yeah.
He offered them auxiliary partnerships.
Yeah.
To the Don Callis family. Like, you're not the Don Callis family, but like you're auxiliary. And they declined because, and now we're seeing like Dante Martin incorporate moves from Christopher Daniels, which like finally fucking someone has taken Christopher Daniels. Like, don't get me wrong. Okay. We get it. If you watch anime, watching Christopher Daniels be retired to Hangman and Hangman literally taking some of Christopher Daniels' moves. Okay. In canon, right? In like anime, when you defeat the top, you absorb their energy, right? I've been praying, dreaming of a main event wrestler that takes everything from Christopher Daniels and is basically Christopher Daniels' second coming.
Okay.
Because this man is so fucking good at wrestling.
Yeah. He did it for a very, very long time.
And he fed us week after week after week in TNA.
Yeah. I don't hate it. I have not seen a ton of Christopher. I was not a TNA guy. So.
Oh my God. If you want to watch the best match ever, if you have TNA Plus, go watch Samoa Joe versus Kurt Angle versus Christopher Daniels.
Yeah. I've seen that one, and I've seen Joe, Christopher Daniels, and AJ. I've seen both of those. Tremendous, both of them. And then obviously I've seen other Christopher Daniels matches, and obviously I saw he was at the end of his career, but I saw all of his AEW stuff. But like, yeah.
What did you think of SoCal Uncensored?
Oh, I liked him.
As the first AEW tag team, by the way.
Tag team champions, yeah. I like all three of those guys. Scorpio Sky is doing stuff on Collision. Like he's wrestling, which is good to see him back, because I do feel like those first couple of years he was like he was good. I liked him a lot.
He was really good. I don't know why it's been stop and start with him.
Yeah.
But
and then Kazarian, I always liked. I liked that pairing of Kazarian and Daniels. I was always a fan of theirs. Like now Kazarian is doing things over in TNA. Is he still the world champion? Did he lose?
I have not watched TNA in like 2 months.
He was the world champion. I don't know if he still is. Again, they TNA goes live on Thursday nights, and I have other things that I do on Thursday nights, like host Between Two Beards. So I do not usually watch TNA. I keep up with it, but
the current champion is Mike Santana.
Okay, so Santana won it back.
Santana won it.
Yeah. So, but Kazarian beat Santana for that title not too long ago.
At the TNA. Oh, it was at the premiere on AMC.
Yes, that's when. Yeah. So,
thank you.
But yeah, I like that group. Scorpio Sky was TNT champion as well, wasn't he?
He was. He's been the
multi-time. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, we need to get back to that. But I'm excited for AEW Revolution. It's literally in 2 weeks, guys. 2 weeks from today. So 2 weeks from today, our show is going to be a preview. We're going to be throwing down some predictions. I'm going to have Auntie Collins predictions challenge over there. We're probably going to be doing some wagers. So you're going to want to make sure you're paying attention there, because I'll put out, it's just like a Google form, and you can participate. It'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But so far for what's looking like for AEW Revolution, we have mentioned MJF versus Hangman Adam Page. We've mentioned Jon Moxley versus Takeshita. Last night, we got announced Andrade versus Bandito. What do you think of this match? As a singles match?
I think it could be the best match on the show.
It's going to be the match of the fucking year.
Yeah. I think it's going to be unbelievable.
It's going to be, remember at AEW Revolution 2026, Andrade versus Bandito.
Yeah. I like both those guys. Andrade, I think, is wrestling, at least in North American, that I've watched. I think Andrade is wrestling at a level that is his highest that I've seen since this coming back full time here.
The most exciting character, too.
Yeah, he's just, when he took off his pants the other night, when he was doing that whole shtick was great. And Bandito's incredible. Bandito, to me, was one of, if not the wrestler of the year in 2025. You put him with Andrade, who's on early pace to be in that conversation at the end of this year. That match is going to be incredible.
I was worried at the end of 2024 for 2025 because Bandito came back to ROH and immediately gave himself a little spike in the head. He gave himself a little concussion. Immediately coming back from injury, and he gives himself a little
like first move. Did a springboard drop kick and concussed himself.
And it's like, okay, calm down. Let's slow down. But fortunately, he's been okay. He took their recommended time, and he's back, and he's better than ever. It's going to be match of the evening. I'm excited for that. We also going back to the tag team world, FTR versus the Young Bucks, which is going to be a banger. They've battled before. It's predictable. I mean, it's in California. I fully expect the Young Bucks to win.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. I expect FTR to win and then to beat them down, and we see Edge and Christian return.
Oh my God.
That's what I think.
Okay,
you beat the Bucks.
Like that
you
better.
have FTR win in California, and then you're beating down the Bucks in their home area, and then we finally get Cope and Christian.
You just want to see me cry on live stream or something.
Yeah, kind of. But I feel like we got the match before, but I feel like we always thought we were going to get Cope and Christian versus FTR for the tag titles. This is the way you do it. I expected them to return at the last pay-per-view, but now you can do it. They're in California. It's the Bucks' home territory. Beat them, even if it has to be shittily, like cheating-wise or whatever, but beat them and then beat them down. Get that heat from the crowd. Cope and Christian come back. Fire. and then
Let's go.
And then you push to Double or Nothing, which is in New York. That's one of your main marquee matches is FTR, Cope and Christian. You give them that tag title win right there. There you go.
Someone send me a bunch of money so that I can.
There you go. Yeah,
I can go. Very excited. I'm actually excited about the tag team scene, especially with, I mean, even just the trios as well. Haven't been excited about the men's tag team scene. We're getting to see Private Party. We're seeing the Rascals get some wins. I'm into it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about Dynasty. That is in April. I could do that in April. That makes sense.
That's in Vancouver. And you know what? The
Canadian.
dynamite right after that is I got tickets for that. So
Seattle? Or Tacoma?
It's in Everett.
Everett. I've heard of Everett, Washington.
Everett, Washington is, so I live like in between Everett and Seattle.
Okay.
Kind of.
So Everett's a bigger city then.
Yeah.
Kind of.
How
far are you from Tacoma? Is that far away from you?
An hour or so.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah. So it's like the equivalent of like, so it's the funny thing when you see everything on the map, because like Tacoma is down here, Seattle is here, and Everett is here. So it's like in a line, you're on I-5, but it could take an hour. It could take maybe 2 hours.
Got it. One of those.
Yeah. So
fair.
I'm excited. It'll be great. I don't like parking at this venue, I'll be honest, because there's no parking lot. There's no garage. It's street parking.
Ooh. Got to get there early.
I don't drive when I go to these things. No. I'm passenger princess.
Well, that's fair, but still, got to get there early.
But there are like lots that aren't owned by the Angel Lumen's Arena.
Yeah, but they're going to charge you an arm and a leg.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. So lots of cool things going on. We are at the start of March. Lots of things. Spring is coming. Any final thoughts?
No, I mean, listen, this is usually the time of year where for wrestling fans, this is the go time. Right? I feel like one company is giving us go time levels. I feel like the other one is still kind of scrambling and figuring things out.
The largest show of their year is not in demand, sir.
Look, they have plenty of time. They have almost 2 months to get the interest up a little bit. Like I said, if you're telling me we're going to end up with Cody and Randy for the title, if you're telling me Obafemi is going to answer Brock's open challenge and beat that ass, I'm interested in that. It is, I think Liv and Stephanie will be solid. I'm in on Punk and Roman. There are matches that they can create here if they do it that will gain my interest. I'm going to be watching WrestleMania no matter what, but like it'll gain more of my interest in the show. But they have had bad injuries. That's not an excuse, but like, it hasn't been a lot of their plans, or, if you're telling me that Braun Breaker is going to get healthy and we might get Seth versus Braun, it's another match I'm interested in. Like, there are ways for them to get to a place with WrestleMania where I'm like, okay, like I'm looking forward to most of this or all of this. But it has been a rough 4, 5, 6 months from a booking standpoint for them. It's been a lot of safe, not really inspiring or super duper exciting stuff, at least for me. I know everybody's different, but that's how I feel. And this is the time where I feel like I should be feeling the exact opposite of that. I should be like, let's go,
I'm struggling because like in years past, like we call it from the road to WrestleMania starting in the Royal Rumble in January, okay? To April when we have WrestleMania. It is like it sucks because with WWE, all those people that you thought were shooed in for certain slots are injured. And that sucks so much to get injured when you're supposed to be in fifth gear, right?
Yep, 100%.
But in years past, at this point, going into March, a month and some change away, we're trying to sell fucking tickets.
I mean, that's crazy. And then they've, according to the reports, as far as like creative and stuff and all that goes, they are completely rewriting almost all of the WrestleMania.
Everything is being rewritten.
So their whole plans
it's for the women's world titles.
But I think they rewrote. I don't think Rhea was planned for that. I don't. I think that in their mind, I think that they thought we were going to have Jade and Bianca. And then once they kind of knew that Bianca's injury was not, it wasn't healing, like whatever it was going to be, then they were like, shit. Well, now what?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I think they probably had Liv and Stephanie queued up for a while. I feel like Liv was kind of always that plan with the Rumble and all that. But over here, I don't think that this was the match they had set for WrestleMania, Jade and Rhea. I don't.
And the thing is, we're supposed to be filling 2 nights, y'all. This isn't just a one night. This is a buy one, get one deal. Correct. We only have 4 matches set up. Yeah. And then Brock Lesnar being open challenge.
Oh, technically 5 matches. We have 5 matches, including the open challenge right now. And there's so many questions. What is Io Sky doing at WrestleMania now? What is Sami Zayn doing at WrestleMania? What is Oba Femi doing at WrestleMania? What is Trick Williams? What is Siobhan? What's Bailey doing at WrestleMania? Charlotte Flair. What are these people doing?
She's eating ice cream at this point.
But so there's a lot of people on the roster.
We have a lot to.
What's Cody doing? Because as of right now, Cody's out. What's Cody doing at WrestleMania? There are a lot of questions about big time people. The whole roster that it's like, what are they doing at WrestleMania? Because it's your biggest show and these people should be on it. So what are they doing? And they got to figure it out fast because they are clearly scrambling and they are clearly winging it and trying to come up with stuff. And I'm sure that they'll hit on some, but it's WrestleMania season. You got to hit on most. We got
a lot to do, but
we do.
Anyways, we'll be back again next week. JPJ, where can we find you? What are you doing this week?
I got the usual stuff this week. You can find me, JPJ Loves Gaming. I'll be releasing my schedule on my socials tomorrow morning, but Thursday nights, 8 p.m., Love Wrestling, me and Pluggo, Between Two Beards. I'm sure we'll be talking more about that wonderful show last night and other things and stuff like that. Wednesday night after AEW Dynamite, you can catch me and our pal Jose on the air over on bodyslam.net. We do Dynamite Up, the Dynamite post show. I do a Raw watch along on Mondays. Hopefully we get a better episode because last week's Raw was ass. The AJ Styles stuff though, beautiful. Loved it. Emotional, loved it. Everything else, I can't even explain how awful. I watched the post show on the main channel with Sean afterwards, and he was getting angry at himself that he was yawning. And he was like, I don't yawn during this stuff, but that show, my God. And it made me laugh. But so hopefully it's a better Raw. Be there. Yay. So
yeah.
But you can follow me here. You'll find my schedule. MLB The Show is coming out in a few weeks, so I'll be streaming a lot more video game. That's like, okay. I'm just gonna give you a quick little throw a number out there of how many hours you think I played MLB The Show 25 this year. I still play it, but it comes out in March. How many hours? And I'm just gonna say over under. I'm not gonna give you the number because
10.
Come on. I did that in a day.
50.
Way over.
120.
Way over.
Oh my God. 300.
Way over.
Oh my God. That's so many hours.
Yeah.
How many
900.
hours?
900.
Oh my God.
Yeah. That's over the span of like, you know, a year.
That's a long time though. That's more hours in one whole day. So.
Well, yeah, obviously. What? That's more hours than a month, isn't it?
Yeah. That's a long time.
Yeah. But I
don't know.
But that's how much I play MLB The Show, and I usually stream most of it. So that's like the main video game I stream. So that's coming out in a few weeks. So that'll be fun. That'll be more stuff out there, but anyway.
Well, you can find me _queer Auntie on all social media. I have my podcast coming out tomorrow, the Peak Millennials podcast. We're talking about America's Next Top Model. We're going to be talking about things we remember and want to forget. So it's going to be a great, fantastic time that'll come out tomorrow morning. Lots of things this week. However, they're escaping me. If you want to go watch my latest Collins on the Rocks podcast with Cresta the Star, it was a lot of debaucherous content. If you know Cresta also does Fightful, did the Collision Post show last night. Love her. Love everything that she does. If you want to watch us, Kiki, you can go do that on there. Actually, I think I have the week off from doing Collins on the Rocks now that I'm thinking about it. Sorry, I'm thinking because I haven't put out my streaming schedule. I'm going to not probably try to stream this week because I streamed 4 days this week and I'm a little dead.
Yeah. Listen. Yeah. I feel that all the time. I have not from a streaming standpoint, but I have a full week of shoot job work this week. And then the next 2 weeks after that, I only have 3-day work weeks. Because I took some time on the weekends. So, I just really got to get through the full week this week. And then it's kind of like, ooh, easy peasy. You know?
Well, while you're here, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow us. Hi, you're over at Fightful Overbooked, where many shows like In the Weeds, Rob and Maggie have a really great show. I popped tremendous on Friday. So you're going to want to stop by. In the Weeds is really fun with Joel and Jeremy and sometimes SP3. They have a lot of fun going through the weeds. So you're not going to want to miss that. Can I speak?
Yeah. Best morning show in the pro wrestling business landscape, I would say.
Wish I could do a morning show. Like
I would love. I did
Monday
one for
Friday.
a while. Yeah, I did one for a while because I wasn't working for a smidge. So I did me and our pal Drew Nicholas. We did one over on Love Wrestling on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Love a morning show. In an ideal state, I feel like if a genie popped out of a bottle and was like, hey, you can have a media job, you know, like in whatever you would do, I would want to do like a sports wrestling variety morning show. That would be the thing that I would choose. Like give me a 2, 3, 4 hour slot somewhere. That would be an ideal scenario. I love a morning show.
Same. Love you guys so much. Be kind to each other. Resist where you can and be smart, stupid. Okay, love you. Enjoy your wrestling.
Go have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Bye.